scene a few moments ago. Here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. Speaking of Damian Williams, great Super Bowl. 17 carries, over 100 yards, and a touchdown on the ground. Charles, he also had one through the air. Did you think he would have that type of a game?
I wasn't sure that we would see that type of a game, but I knew he would be a part of their offense in terms of trying to break down what San Francisco does, that he would get the bulk of carries. But did I see 104 yards on the ground and a touchdown? Probably not. Did I see him catch?
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Not that time for Watkins. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Now Elliott. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. One man in the backfield, that's Elliott on second and goal. He's going to get it running right. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. Prescott to throw on 4th. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. 2 yards on the touchdown there as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 26.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10.
Check hot route. Hot. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Motion! Alert flare, alert flare, flare, flare.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 33-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
It's just me and you. Attack.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. Here we go, 4th down, Mahomes. And this is caught. That's Watkins. They're able to live 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
A couple of first downs have him to the 40 now on 1st and 10. Mahomes firing complete, and he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. First down for the Chiefs, solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
80 weapons.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. From midfield, here's Mahomes. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. It's Hill, complete. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on 4th down. 9 catches, 105 yards for Tyreek Hill in the Super Bowl, and he likely had the biggest play of the game, wouldn't you say?
I would say so. 44-yard catch on 3rd and 15. Usually you're trying to just find enough space to get over the sticks, right? Get a 16, 18-yard gain, which is difficult in and of itself. But 44 yards on 3rd and 15. San Francisco had contained him so well throughout the game because you know what it's like with Tyreek Hill. When he catches the ball, you better surround him or he'll break a big one. Finally does it at the key point, and that starts the comeback for Kansas City. Paved the way for the first of 3 KC touchdowns in the 4th quarter.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
At the 45-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's Prescott. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
The screen does get him 9, but it also brings up a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Running with Elliott. And it was a stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. From the 44, Prescott looking middle, and it's incomplete. The Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, there defensively to make the play.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. He's going to float this one deep. Oh, wide open. Complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup, 44 yards. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Forbat to send it away now following the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now a pass that's taken in by Hill, and he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down. Mahomes now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. Now here's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by Robert Quinn. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.